Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I have an unboxing for you guys. So me and Elise tried doing this yesterday and it turned out to be an epic fail. So if you wait till the end of the video, you're gonna have some bloopers because, oh, it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad. We couldn't stop laughing, we couldn't stop making jokes, and on top of it all that, we didn't get anything unboxed because you couldn't see anything, and all I had was this little tiny ring light that goes right around my camera, and it was blinding us. It was definitely not the best situation. We're still trying to work out lighting in here. It doesn't really work all that well. So we're still trying to work out the lighting because this camera is much more sensitive than my old camera was, and we haven't quite figured it out yet. So I have a window right here, and if I'm facing the window head on, then all you're gonna see is the bathroom, not the bookshelves. So we're still trying to figure this out. I may have to change locations in my house. What happened was I have a bunch of book boxes, and one of them I was expecting, and one of them I had already gotten last week, and then the last one I got yesterday, but it was a surprise box. It was the only one that I opened, and I didn't get all the way into it. I only got a couple books into it before we gave up. And the thing is that we had a book outlet box that got lost. They reshipped it, and the new one's not here yet. But the original just showed up. And the only reason I know this is the original is because this is the one box we opened and I looked inside, and I'll show you how I know it's original. Okay, so I already opened it. I have not gone through it yet. It's just been opened. Now, the first thing that's standing at the top of the box is the Lord of the Rings box set. And this is how I knew that this was the old box, not the new box, because this was the last one in stock. And this was one of the 4 books that they weren't able to send me because they were no longer in stock. And I have them, and they're tiny. I was hoping they were gonna be bigger than this. They're like itty bitty little pocket sized ones, which really kind of worries me because I may need a magnifying glass to read them. But this came in only the old box, not the new box. So that's how I know I'm going to get 2 boxes. So first thing in the box, Lord of the Rings. Next thing in the box is Avenged, which is the sequel to Ruined. I have not yet read Ruined, but I was curious enough about it that I decided to go ahead and get Avenged as well. The next book in the box is If We Were Villains, and this is supposed to be a Shakespeare murder retelling, I guess, something like that. It's supposed to be a mystery, but it's supposed to be based off of Shakespeare. I'm not exactly positive. I've only heard a few things about it, but what I heard about it sounded really good, so I was definitely curious. So I got that. This was one of the books that I was really excited about. So I read Emma Mill's other book, Full of Charts. I read that recently and absolutely loved it, so I wanted to get her other books. And this was one of the ones that they had available at Book Outlet. It is First and Then. I have no idea what it's about. I bought it simply because of the author. The next book I have is The Empress. The Empress is the second book for the Diabolic. I don't know if it's a duology or if it's a series, but I know this is number 2. Again, I've heard Diabolic was really good. I know kind of what it's about, but not really. No idea what this is about. But I'm hoping that it'll still be a fun read, and now I have both of them. It's a theme with most books in these boxes, is that I don't know exactly what they are, but it's okay. And then these 2 are by the same author. I know that they are part of the same series. I'm just not sure which one's which. So we have Ken, The Tale of Beauty and Madness, and then we have Nameless, The Tale of Beauty and Madness. And these are retellings. And so from what I can understand, this is a Red Riding Hood retelling, and this one is a Snow White retelling. I don't know if I have any more than just these 2. I can't remember. It's been so long. Like I said, this book has been lost for months. The next book in here is The Girl Made of Snow and Glass, and this is another one that I'm not totally sure what it's about. The back says Mina, the stepmother queen, Lynette, the beautiful princess, 2 young women doomed to be rivals from the start. I don't remember what it's about though. I want to say it's something to do with Nope, don't know what it's about. I'm not even gonna try. Here is one that I was been looking forward to. I finally have Tower of Dawn. This was supposed to be a novella about Kale from the Throne of Glass series, but that is no novella. It is over 600 pages. I want to say it's like 665 or something. Okay, so without the acknowledgments, it's 660 pages. And this was supposed to be a novella, but I just finished all of the main Throne of Glass books. So I have this one to go and I have the novellas to go. And I've been looking forward to this coming so I can actually read the real hard copy instead of my Kindle. I got this one because I thought it was funny. So it's Icy London, Icy France, and all I can think of is Icy so-and-so's underpants. It's supposed to be like a travel book. It's supposed to be really cute. It's not supposed to be very heavy. It's supposed to be lighthearted. And I need these books to go with all of my heavy fantasy books, because in between mind-numbingly heavy fantasy that have got me crying and wishing and hoping, this is a good way to break it up. I also have The Girl at Midnight and The Shadow Hour, which are the first and second book of the series. I don't remember what these are about, but I know that I've been interested in them for a long time, so I went ahead and got both of them. I actually do have Kindle versions of both of these, but I'm much more apt to reading the real ones than I am the Kindle ones. But who knows, maybe I'll end up reading them both on my Kindle instead of the hard copies while I'm away on my trip. But I am looking forward to these. I remember wanting them, I just can't remember what they're about now. All right, so I can see the bottom of the box. This one got kind of jacked up in the box. That's a beautiful cover, isn't it? So this is Wanderlust. This is another one of those travel books that's supposed to be like a contemporary, fun, romantic comedy type of travel book. But this thing is oh so dinged up. Joys of book boxes. All right, and then I also got, this one's a little dinged up too, but not nearly as bad. That one's kind of wonky. And then I also got the last two books, the third and the fourth book. I'm not sure which one's which. I think this is the third and this is the fourth of the Goose Girl series. It is another retelling type of story. I don't remember, I have no idea what is going on in these two books because I haven't even started the series yet. But again, I've heard great things. Haley in Bookland really loved this series. She like raved about it. And when it comes to her fairy tale retellings, I really have the same taste as she does. So I made sure that I got both of these to go with the two that I already have. Now I have The Shadow Queen and The Wish Granter, which are book 1 and book 2. Then there's another one, it's like something about a prince, but I can't remember what it is. These ones I believe are about Snow White also, but I'm not 100% sure. I was told that they're fairy tale retellings. It says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most powerful of them all? So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, yes, these have something to do with Snow White. Whether it is a bad Snow White or a Snow White retelling or a twist, or I have no idea. But the mirror, mirror on the wall tells me it's Snow White. And you guys know how I am with my fairy tale retellings. I love them all. The other books that I was looking forward to that they told me I was not gonna be able to get. The first one is the 5th book in the Heroes of Olympus series. It is The Blood of Olympus. And this is the only one of the 5-book series that I was missing. I just started book 4, and so I wanted to have this one, and I was gonna have to borrow it from my son. And then this showed up, and I was all excited, and I almost repurchased this. So I'm really glad I didn't repurchase it, because look, it came. I'm so happy. This is another of the books that was not gonna come. Oh my gosh, look at that. These books did not make it through this ship well. But this is another Emma Mills book, and I bought it for the same reason I bought First and Then. I heard this one's even better than First and Then is, so that makes me happy. And It's got a pretty cover. And it does, look at the cover, it's so pretty. But the book is dinged up. Oh well, what can I say? I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's a free book because it got, the order got all messed up. But yeah, I'm excited about this one too. I love the fact that it's got a pretty cover, but I loved Emma Mills' last book, and I'm, like I said before, I'm looking forward to this one. I have 3 books left in this box, and then I have 2 more boxes. The other 2 boxes are small, so they won't be as big a deal. All right, so I have Emery Lord's When We Collide. I've heard really great things about Emery Lord, and I have a couple of her. I have no idea what gender this author is. I have 2 of their books. I have The Name They Gave Us and You Start With Me. They're written on the back. That's how I'm reading them off to you because I can't remember what the names of them are because I have too many books in my house. Oh, my battery's almost dead. Sorry, guys. So I am looking forward to this one as well. I've heard great things about this author. I just have not had a chance to read them yet. This is The Season. This is one of those books that I thought would just be fun to read. I have never read it before, and I've heard good things about it. I've heard that it says a modern take on Pride and Prejudice. I heard it was just funny, and that alone got me going. And the last book in this box, it's all dusty, is A World of Ink and Shadow. And again, I can't remember what this one's about. It says something about the Bronte sisters on it. It's a retelling of one of the Bronte sister books. I don't know which one it's though. So I will have to read it and find out and let you know because I don't know. Not that I've ever read any of the Bronte sisters, but. All right, so the next box I'm going to dive into is the other book outlet box I got. This one I got a little while ago. This one's a small one because I bought it, I don't know why, what happened. There's always a Catalyst book. And for the box I just did, it was the Percy Jackson book and Lord of the Rings. They were both, and we had like 1 or 2 copies left. This one, I don't remember what the reason was, but it's a smaller box. So it must have been an urgent one. Whereas the last one was huge and I apparently had a lot of time to shop for it. I can never remember what's in these boxes. The only problem with them taking so long. Okay, I should have opened these in reverse order because there's Goose Girl. And I already opened 3 and 4, so that means 1 and 2 are in here. And here's 1, and here's 2. So here's 1 and 2. You already saw 3 and 4. And like I said, I heard these are really, really great, and I heard their retellings, and so now I have all 4 of them. I thought I had already opened that. Okay, so I already have The Thief, one of the Atoli books, Queen of Atoli type books. Now I have the, which ones are which? The Queen's Thieves books. I also have The Queen of Atoli, The Conspiracy of Kings, and The Kings of Atoli. I don't know which order they go in. I will figure it out when I go to read them. I got these from listening to Reagan from Peruse Project because she loves this series. So I went ahead and I got the rest of it when it popped up on Book Outlet because, you know, if I want to read a book anyways and it's there, I'm going to buy it. So this looked funny and I've heard good things about it. It was literally 99 cents. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't so cheap, but it's Denton Little's Death Date. It's supposed to be hilariously funny. So I went ahead and bought it even though it was not on my list of books to buy. I also bought the second Magician's book. I have seen most of the first season of Magicians. My best friend Ashley is obsessed with them. She keeps bothering me that I need to finish reading them. I haven't even started yet. I have book 1. I've had it for some time now. Now I have book 2, so I can actually get going on the series. And then all I'll have to do is go find book 3 because they didn't have that one. Oh, this is why I bought the book. The box. This is why I bought the box. This is The Giving Tree. It is a Shel Silverstein book. That has got to be the worst picture I've ever seen in my entire life. He looks so scary. But when I was little, my grandmother had this book and I loved it. And every single time I was at her house, I would read it. But it's like a $20 book. And I could not, for any reason, get myself to buy a $20 poem that's this big. It's a children's book. It's a poem. I could not, I mean, there's some pages that there only is like one word on the page. And I just, we're like this. You have a little tiny bit of words on the page. I just couldn't bring myself to pay $20 for it. When I saw it at Book Outlet, it was like $5 and I was like, yes, thank you. I've been wanting that book forever. Ever since I was a little girl. All right, the last two books are the third book in the, what's the name of this book? It says I have a million worlds with you. It's like 1,000, or I don't remember what the first book is called. But I started reading it from the library ages ago and I got a couple of chapters into it and I was really enjoying it, but I had to return it. So instead of rechecking it out, I just bought the whole series. And now I have the third one. And then the last book I have is Stilling Snow. I think I'd buy a Snow White thing going here because I feel like half the books in this haul have been Snow White books. There's another one. One box left. See if I have enough time to get through it. This is my Barnes & Noble box. It came really beat up and it got here yesterday and I've been looking forward to it. This one's not as much fun as the other books. All right, guys. So I'm on to the final box. My camera died, so that's why it's taking me so long to get there. I had to go out and run some errands, so I'm wearing different clothes. It's awesome. All right, so the last box is my Barnes & Noble box, and it's only got a couple of books in it. They're heavy though, they're heavy books. All right, so I'm gonna save this one for last because it's like my excited one. So the first one I got was the Hot for Food Vegan Comfort Classics cookbook. I've been in a rut lately when it comes to cooking, and so I thought it might be kind of nice to go through and get a couple of cookbooks that had interesting sounding food in them so that I could make some things that are out of my rut, because it's not like the food we're eating is bad, it's just that we're bored because of it. So I got this cookbook. I got the Edgy Veg cookbook, which is another YouTuber that I really like, who has lots of good ideas and amazing sounding stuff. Everything I've tried from her has been really good, and so I was extremely excited to be able to get this one. And this one's even hardcover. Yes, sir. And then the last cookbook that I got is this one, and it's Issa Does It, and it is a cookbook that a friend of mine let me borrow of hers, and I need to give it back. But everything I've tried out of this cookbook has been amazing. It doesn't have the super big flashy pictures like some of these other ones do, but everything in here that I have tried has been really tasty, and I look forward to making much more of them. It's a little bit harder to cook the way we do when you have to be gluten-free too, so a lot of those things in some of these cookbooks we can't cook with pat around, but we can still do most of them. And this one I know for a fact has been a great cookbook. I've been using it quite a bit and I liked it a lot. So I got 3 new cookbooks to help us branch out and be less boring. This is the big book that I got. This is Alice in Wonderland, and it's got all of its illustrations are from Salvador Dali. So they have the most amazing pictures. And it was a 150th anniversary edition. I had to look at the book to make sure which edition it was because I couldn't remember. I knew it was an anniversary, I just couldn't remember which year. But I thought this was extremely pretty, and it's a totally different take on the artwork that goes into it. So I thought it was just amazing. So I got a new Alice in Wonderland to go with my collection, and it's Salvador Dali on top of it, so it's just a win-win. But that is it for my book haul. You have seen both of my Book Outlet boxes and my Barnes & Noble box now. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Hi everyone, it's your favorite person.
I guess it's your favorite person. Okay, so we're trying out my itty bitty little ring lights.
It's way too bright.
I can't see anything. All I see is spots. I'm gonna have to turn the overhead light up at least a little bit, all right?
No.
So we can't see. Give me, no, mine. Mine. All right, so, oh, the mail just came in. It's hot in here now. That's the thing. Okay, so the mail just came in, and it's like 7 o'clock at night. It's 6:47. It's almost 7 o'clock at night.
Crap, I've been doing school for 2 hours. Dang it.
I mean, you did school?
Homework.
You did school homework?
Yeah.
What?
Why did you hear me? What do you think you heard the music for?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was editing videos. She's so lying. Okay, so it's late, but we have absolutely no control over ourselves, and we both really want to see what's in these boxes.
You don't have control. I have perfect amount of control. Doesn't mean I like to use it.
She's lying. Okay, so if you see us looking off to the side over here, that's where our camera, that's where our thing is, and that is extremely bright. It's like a small ring light.
There's a little donut-shaped green spot on your head.
Awesome. Really? Are you sure it's a donut-shaped green spot? Or are you like being blowing at your eyes?
Oh, I'm blowing out my eyes.
Okay, so that's like, okay, that's why I'm seeing yours too. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to apologize in advance for the amazing lighting effect. Can you turn on at least this one, but that one? Just something.
What are you trying to do?
Use the ring light.
I look ugly.
Well, so?
How do you see the screen? It's so bright.
Barely. Oh, you have a donut on your face too. Okay.
What?
Is that
When you
better?
close your eyes, you can see like a million of them.
Is that better?
Donut?
It looks just like really bad.
Well, try the other light. Not that one, the other one.
Books.
Okay, it's been 4 minutes now and we keep going back and forth. And so I lost a box like a month ago and we don't know which one this is. I don't know if this is the original box or the non-original box. And this isn't helping. What are you doing? Okay, so we're gonna open it up. Please stop. I don't have to open this right now. I'm opening a box.
Do you really want to watch that?
I'm really bad. You're a jerk. You've got like dots all over your face.
So you.
Ring light is bright.
It's a cat.
Yes, it is. All right, so we have this. Oh, this is the original box.
Something's wrong. Oh, I have an indent in my hair.
This is the original box. That means I'm gonna have 2 of these boxes. That means I'm gonna have double the books. Oh God, what am I gonna do with double these books?
Giveaway?
I might have to.
You're nice.
The first book in the box is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and that's how I know that this is the original box, because they ran out of stock and could not get me this one. So this is the original box. I'm so glad I didn't rebuy some of these books. What are you doing?
Looking at cat's head. Every time you look away, I go like this. Okay.
She's telling you to stop. All right. I'm slouching and you're trying really hard to sit straight.
It's bad for your posture.
You're bad for my posture. Okay, and then we have Avenged, which is the sequel to Ruined, which I don't remember what it's about. Why are you filling me up? You're on drugs.
I said this multiple times already. I went up really close when I was walking past and said, "We're on drugs."
I'm sorry. This was a bad idea. It's too late to do this stuff. Okay. What is this book again? Stop. which is the sequel to Diabolic, and I don't remember what it's about. I can't do this with you. This is gonna be one big outtake. Can you say an entire book haul of outtakes with my daughter?
It makes them better. Nana's boring.
This is the Empress.
I know I am.
I'm not filming any more videos tonight.
Just the OK Junior?
I want to know what's in the unicorn.
Okay, those two. These two can go inside for a while.
That's what's part of this one.
Don't care.
I'm like this close to starting over and just saying screw it for the night and doing this tomorrow.
No, because I'm not gonna be home.
I know, I want to do it tomorrow. Such a rat.
Okay, so we're gonna open the OK Junior now. Yes!
Seriously, should I just put this back?
Oh, that book's so bent.
I know, I saw.
Poor book.
That's not the best I've ever seen a book come from out. There we go. I'm gonna... Well, this is a book, and it looks like this.
It looks like you bought it from the thrift store.
It's a good thing I have another one coming.
Just throw away the broken one. Did you just take a broken and used book?
It's not used, it's just broken. Okay, so did we go over this?
Yes, because you called me an empress.
I did not. You wish I did. I'm not using this thing anymore.
What?
You.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new one.
Yeah, that's it. Next book I have is Girl Made of Snow and Glass.
Wait, I want to hold them.
Oh, stop it! I draw the line of licking my books.
I didn't even close to look at.
I don't remember what this is about either. I'm terrible. Ooh, I know what that book's about.
She's dumb.
I am not. You are. Okay, so this is going to be the most entertaining video you'll probably ever get from us.
Let me hold the book.
No!
I'm not licking it. I'm gonna let you.
No. No licking the book.
Do you really think I was gonna lick a book?
Yes.
Take that back. Okay, so I'm gonna.
No, you're not going to lick that one.
I'm not gonna lick them. Just let me hold.
I don't remember what it's about.
16-year-old Mina is motherless. Her magic.
Can you read?
No. Her
Magician.
Her magician father is vigorous.
Vicious. So no. The answer is no. She cannot
Her
read.
magician father is vigorous.
Vicious.
Her malicious father is vicious. And her silent heart has never beat with love for anyone. In fact, her heart has never beat at all. But she always thought that she was normal. Is that Jack? She's not.
Okay, that's good enough. We don't need to read the whole thing. I hope that explains what this is about because you're no help.
About a vicious father.
You are a vicious child.
And I got one line.
Ooh, I'm excited about that.
First, and then Emma Miles.
Mills.
Mills.
This is why I don't do this over with her. It's turning red now because you're doing that.
Don't miss the adventure ends. This adventure. Okay. Thanks.
That one should be in here too. Yep, it's right there.